Chairman, thanks for joining us here on Hibernian TV. It's our first chance to have a chat and catch up. First things first, can we talk about the changes that have happened at boardroom level and the news that Fife Hunter will be stepping down as Managing Director? What's your verdict on that piece of news, please?
Well, it's a change at the club. Fife spoke to us at the beginning of the season and indicated that he would want to stand down at the end of the season, so we've been planning for that change for some time. Very fortunate that Scott Lindsay will step back in as Chief Executive, the role that he fulfilled prior to Fife being Managing Director. Very grateful to Fife for everything he's done. He's been obviously a key part of the executive team and responsible for all the commercial and communications, and particularly securing Crowie's as a major sponsor for a long period at the club. So it's a change, but it's a planned change and some familiar faces. So and the most important thing is that we're focused on the season ahead and rebuilding the squad in the summertime and being challenging again next season.
One of the executive team stepping down, a non-executive director being added. Can you tell our viewers a bit more about him, please?
Brian Houston joins us as a non-executive director. He's been in and around the boardroom for a few months now. He's had a very distinguished career as a management consultant, primarily involved in change management, a number of major international assignments. He's worked in all different parts of the world. He's been a Hibs fan for many years, season ticket holder, and I think he will bring his own empathy for the club, experiences as a supporter, shareholder, and now contribute as a director based on the skills that he has. And I think that broadens the base that we've got. We've got three non-executive directors: Bruce Langham, who's a senior non-executive director, who was previously chief executive at Fulham and at Aston Villa, and Amanda Jones, who's a senior lawyer, partner in Macleay, Money and Spence, who specialises in employment law. And with Brian, we've got that other business skills, so we've got a breadth of experience within the boardroom to assist the executive team.
In terms of moving forward then, what can supporters expect to see from this new look board?
Well, the board itself is there to give direction and strategy to the football club. It's been a difficult time for all supporters, we know that. We've got a stable platform that we move forward on. As a board, we're always focused on the things that affect supporters and to make sure that our voice is heard at the highest level within Scottish football. Sometimes that happens quietly behind the scenes, and we're fortunate that we have representations at the very top of the game in Scotland, and that gives us an opportunity to make sure that the things that affect ordinary supporters, Hibernian supporters in particular, are taken account of in the changes that have happened and will happen in the weeks and months that are ahead.
Big win at Inverness on Sunday, a big day on Friday. It's deadline day for the early bird discount on season tickets. A lot of supporters will probably be weighing up and evaluating whether or not to invest for next season. Chairman, what would be your message to them?
Well, I hope it's not a kind of calculated stand back and look at it as an investment. We're all Hibernian supporters. The club has had a catastrophic 2011, which was on the back of a difficult 2010. So we've come through a difficult time together. Mistakes have been made, and I've made mistakes, and I apologise for that. But it's important that the club is clear-sighted in the direction that it's heading in. We've got a very talented, tough manager. He's a winner. He's somebody who will lead the playing squad forward. And we need to rally behind him and get behind him to enable the club to move forward. And season tickets is a fundamental part of planning the squad for next season. Every penny that comes from season tickets is spent on the playing squad. Now that's not a transfer pool to go and buy players, that's to finance the squad, so that every penny that season ticket holders are able to provide the club with, they see that on the pitch. So the board is about maintaining a focus, a fantastic stadium, fantastic training centre, But the important thing now is to get the right team on the pitch to make us all proud as Hibernian supporters. So I hope that with the renewal deadline approaching, that supporters will understand that we've come a difficult journey, but we have to stick together, we have to help ourselves through these times, and we have to help the club that's so important to so many different people. It's difficult at the moment, there are financial difficulties, and indeed there are those that felt disenfranchised and fell overboard, particularly through the Colin Calderwood time. Those times are behind us. That was then, this is now, 2012, we need to go forward together. So hopefully everybody who has the opportunity will take the opportunity that presents himself and renew and come back on board as a season ticket holder.
Just briefly rewinding to that point you made about 2011, just how challenging was that year for you as chairman of the football club?
Well, it was a difficult year, but I'm not important as such. It's the football club that's important, and every decision that got made during 2011 was made with the best interest of the football club in mind. Benefit of hindsight, looking backwards, some things just didn't work for us for a whole variety of reasons, and we need to learn from that and move forward. But what's important is the club and the supporters, and the fact that it's our club. We are Hibernian, we're the ones that make it what it is, and if we all pull together and work for each other and stick together, then we can go on and be successful. Now, people look at this season and say it's been a bad season, and but by the changes that Pat made in January, adding to the squad, by bringing in quality for players from FA Premiership teams, two from the Championship, international calibre midfield player, and players that other clubs in Scotland were trying to get. We've given ourselves a better playing squad and an opportunity between now and the end of the season. Okay, we've got a little bit of a cushion in the league, and it's important that we win the games that are ahead of us. And who knows, the Cup semi-final to look forward to on the 14th of April, this might yet be the season that all Hibernian supporters talk about for years and years to come.
So what's in it for a supporter to become a season ticket holder? What are the benefits of that?
The season ticket membership is the highest level of membership within the club. These are the supporters who have the highest priority and are taken account of in all our thinking, and regardless of what happens, come what may, we look after season ticket holders. And I know that there are those there are people who want us to be focused on looking down as opposed to looking up, but we need to look up. We need to look at what we can achieve in the league and what we can achieve still in the cup competition. Come what may, supporters, season ticket members will be looked after. That is the pledge that the club makes, but we need to be focused on all positive things. Now, the squad that Pat has for next season will be directly related to the amount of money that we're able to give him, and that's directly related to the amount of season ticket monies that we're able to secure. So we all have to work together, and that monies will directly translate into the squad we have for next season.
That leads me on to the next point. You mentioned there about the fantastic stadium. We unveiled the East Stand at the beginning of last season. But to what extent do you feel that a lot of supporters will perhaps be saying, well, I might not invest in a season ticket because, well, there's 20,000 seats there at Easter Road, I'm pretty much guaranteed a seat. But is it a case of the money that is used will be put back into the squad? Yes,
every penny from supporters from season ticket money gets invested in paying for the squad of players that appear on the pitch. That's the promise. We made that promise over many years, and that's just the way it is. The more season ticket monies we have, then potentially the more money that the manager has at his disposal to deal with the squad. He was able to make changes in January, and we've seen the benefit of those changes. You have to rebuild again in the summertime, we all know that, but he'll be rebuilding with more time at his disposal and for the longer term. And we want, as a board, as a club, as supporters, to make sure he's got the most resources that he can to develop the squad and to improve for next season.